Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out redzonecoins.com for cheap and fast coins. You can use code ZERK for 10% off at checkout. Get 1,000,000 coins for $45.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today we are going to be tier ranking Madden 20 running backs. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Luke Nolan for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys have a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn that notification bell on, and comment down below, Noti Gang. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory, and with that being said, let's get right into this list. Now, of course, at the front, we have all the 99 overall, so I'm actually going to start from the back here with the lower overall ones so we can kind of lead up into it. But starting off, we've got Raheem Mostert. So something that's actually going to help Mostert, obviously, is his speed. Compared to a lot of other running backs in the game right now, he's actually not that slow. So that definitely will help him out, but obviously, where we're at in the game in terms of abilities, in terms of stats and everything, he's still not going to rank very high. So I think that with Mostert being only a 96, having the stats that he does, at least he does have the speed. He's a C tier. So next up, we've got Marcus Allen. Now, Marcus Allen is not really all that special at this point in the game, of course. He's not as fast as Raheem Mostert, but he is a little bit more of a trucker. He's overall a little bit more balanced out, I would say, than Raheem Mostert. He does get evasive, of course. Again, not really a crazy running back at this point in the game. He is a little bit better than Raheem Mostert, but I think that taking a look at the other running backs that we have on this list, I don't think he's going to make it in terms of the B tier. So I think he's C for me. Now, this one really hurts me to do, but to be honest with you guys, Ezekiel Elliott cards this year really just weren't good, and this coming from a Cowboys fan, an absolute lover of Zeke. Zeke literally follows me on Twitter. Love Ezekiel Elliott, but his cards and Ultimate Team just are never that good. EA never really makes them that great. He's not fast. He's not really that good at anything at all. I don't even really think that he's a C tier running back. Now, the next couple of running backs that we have on this list, we have got Nick Chubb, Melvin Gordon, and Lamar Miller. Now, at least with Nick Chubb, you know what you're getting out of him. You know you're getting a good trucking running back. So I think with Nick Chubb, he's going to be, again, in the C tier. You know, he's nothing crazy. He's not B tier. We also have Melvin Gordon and Lamar Miller. Now, a good thing with Melvin Gordon and Lamar Miller is that at least both of them have got really, really good juke moves, so you know exactly what they have. That's kind of like the issue with Zeke, is he's not really good at much at all, and he's slow. So Lamar Miller, Melvin Gordon, I think both of them have to fit right into the C tier. And also when it comes to Alvin Kamara, I think as well, he kind of just goes in C. He's good at catching the ball, which is an extra addition, but again, take a look at the rest of the running backs. He's not B tier. Now, next up, we have got David Johnson. Now, David Johnson I actually did play with, and he played pretty solid for me when I did use him. He had 95 speed. He also has got, you know, the 99 juke move, which is really, really good to see. And also, he's a free card, so that does help a little bit. I guess the free card, not so much, just basically based off the stats here and how he plays. David Johnson played pretty good. I think that with David Johnson, is he the first B tier running back because of his speed, juke combination, and how good he actually played for me? I think he qualifies. I think I'm going to move David Johnson into B tier. Next up, we've got Eric Dickerson. Now, Eric Dickerson is actually getting an interesting rating here, strictly just because it's Eric Dickerson. And also his X Factor ability obviously helps tremendously with how I'm going to rank him here. His X Factor ability was super glitchy beginning of the year. Now, obviously, it's not as good. It only counts the first 5 plays. But for those first 5 plays, he is still incredibly difficult to tackle. So, with Eric, the 5 runs actually helps a lot. I'm going to actually put Eric in the A tier, given he'd be bottom of the A tier, though. Now, the next 2 running backs on the list, we have got Le'Veon Bell and Saquon Barkley. So, with Saquon Barkley, he is a very, very good running back. Still, one of the better running backs in the game. He's overall pretty balanced, but I'd say that he is definitely better than David Johnson. I mean, I've used this guy a ton. I am going to slide him into the A tier. Next up, though, we've got Le'Veon Bell. Now, with Bell, his stats are actually pretty good. The issue is his speed. He is just way too slow, and for that, he does not even make the B tier for me. Le'Veon's going to be C. Now, of course, you guys know Derrick Henry is an absolute tank. I believe he also has like 99 carrying, but he only has 93 speed, which is going to hurt him a little bit here in these rankings. And I know a lot of people are probably going to say, oh, he cares about his speed. I don't only care about speed, but speed is super important, especially for running backs. Like, it is one of the most important stats on a running back. So for Derrick Henry, he's going to be B tier for me. Next up, we have James White, which I believe he has only 91 speed. Not very good break tackle. Trucking, obviously not there. For me, another running back that's going to go down here because of what he lacks. Now, next up, we have Phillip Lindsay. Now, Lindsay is not the fastest running back in the world. I think he has 96 speed, a little bit lower on the acceleration. I think it's like 94 acceleration on Phillip Lindsay, but he is very, very elusive, not a great trucker. So for you to be like the A, S tier, you kind of have to do everything, and I don't think that he does that. So with Lindsay, he's good. He's B tier. And next is going to be Mark Ingram. Now, a huge issue with Mark Ingram, again, is speed. The man has got 90 speed, which is just not usable at this point of the game. However, he is an absolute tank when it comes to trucking, so I don't think he's down there on Zeke's level, but he's not even B tier for me. Now we've got Adrian Peterson. Now, AP is decently fast, not the fastest running back in the game. He also is pretty good at trucking and pretty good at juking. So I think Adrian Peterson overall is pretty solid. He's definitely above C tier. He's either B or A tier for me, but it is Adrian Peterson. I mean, AP just absolutely goes crazy. I think that for me, I think we're going to put AP in the B tier. I don't think that he's A tier yet. If AP had that card with like 96 speed, so you get up to 99, he'd be A tier. And the next two running backs are Todd Gurley and Damian Williams. Now, Damian Williams is not as good of a trucker as, say, Adrian Peterson. He's kind of similar to Phillip Lindsay's card, a little bit slower, but I think he actually has a little bit more truck than Phillip Lindsay. So I think with Damian Williams and also with Todd Gurley, I think both these guys kind of fit in perfectly to the B tier. Now, the next two running backs we have are Christian McCaffrey and Aaron Jones. And I feel like my next ranking here might upset some people, but I think you may understand why. Aaron Jones, to me, is kind of in a similar group here with Damian Williams, but Christian McCaffrey, I'm going to have to put down to the C tier. I want to say Christian McCaffrey doesn't even have like a 60 trucking. Yeah, I know he can catch, but every single running back can basically catch in this game as long as they have somewhat decent catching. So, for me, Christian McCaffrey, it's just too slow and absolutely not good enough when you can't truck. Now we have Dalvin Cook and Gale Sayers, and I feel like both these guys are in different tiers here because of how I play with both of them and how they actually play and also their stats. Gale Sayers is a little bit faster than Dalvin Cook. I think it's like 2 or 3 speed faster. You can get it to 99 speed, which is nice, and I think both of them are very, very solid cards. However, the speed difference definitely is going to help Gale Sayers here with his ranking. I don't think he's super high in A tier. You'll see some other running backs land here very shortly. And for Dalvin, for me, he's B tier. Now, of course, we have got Barry Sanders and Emmitt Smith up next. Now, obviously, with Barry Sanders, I mean, he was the first running back in the game. I think he was the first running back in the game to get human joystick. So that is definitely going to help him here without a doubt. I mean, this Barry card is still really good. Not S tier, but he's A tier. And again, even as a Cowboys fan, I'm about to disrespect Emmitt Smith a little bit here. He's not very fast. He's not overall really that great in general as a card. So with Emmitt, I don't even think he's A tier, honestly. Just the card just never really plays that great. He does have the protective custody ability on him, which, you know, is pretty good. I guess because of that, he's like an overall, like a solid card. I don't even really think he's as good as Saquon Barkley. From like, I've used him, I've used Saquon, Gale Sayers, I've used all these running backs, really, a majority of these running backs on this list I've used. I think because of his ability, it's going to help him a little bit. He'd probably be like end of A tier. By the way, none of these are actually ranked in order. Now, the end of this list is really where things are actually about to get pretty easy here. So, next up we have Amon Green and Edgar and James. Now, of course, once you get to like 99 overall, it's going to help your ratings a little bit, or your ranking anyways, because you do get an extra ability slot as well. Amon Green and Edgar and James are both really, really good running backs. I mean, for me, they are definitely A tier backs. I don't think that they're S tier, but they're definitely A. We also have Jim Brown up next. He is going to be A tier. And then we've got 3 golden ticket running backs. And then we have Clyde and Walter Payton. Let's start with Clyde here. For Clyde, he's a little bit on the slower side of all of these running backs. And again, he's a 99 overall. He's pretty solid. He's going to go in A tier for me. As for the golden ticket backs, There is one difference here. I think that because they are all golden tickets and all get good abilities, I feel like they all have to go in S tier for me. But here is a little bit of a difference, right? With Bo Jackson, he is 100% the best running back in the game. It's not even close. He does get human joystick, which helps him out a lot with his rating. But AP and Trey Edmonds are still two of the best running backs in the game. Absolutely two of the best backs in the game. However, I actually am going to put a non-GT in S tier as well. Walter Payton has been incredible for me. Now, of course, he also gets human joystick. And to be honest with you, if Adrian Peterson and Trey Edmonds didn't get like the different abilities as well, and they just had the base stats, they would probably be A tier. And I would have Bo Jackson and Walter Payton in S tier, and that would be it. So with that being said, guys, that is my rankings of the Madden 20 running backs. Let me know down below what you guys think. I'm sure some people may not agree, but it is what it is there. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, and of course, hit that sub button down below. Let me know down below if there's any more rankings you guys like me to do. I can also do the wide receivers one, because that is also a list that has already been made. So that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.